Hey everybody, what's up? It's Michael Termini here, and
Hey, what's up, guys? It is Mason of Delfino.
today we are going to be doing a discussion on three things about the Nintendo Switch, and these are Edge Magazine's review of Breath of the Wild. Tomorrow Corporation's games might not be launch titles, but might be, they still don't know, and Breath of the Wild having docked frame drops when you approach tall grass. So I guess we'll start with the final one, which I just think is the most interesting thing ever. Now, of all the things in Breath of the Wild that could cause slowdown, which there are some reports of like some minor things, like when there's intense weather conditions while you're fighting like a huge monster, like slight frame drops, but just tall grass giving you a frame drop, like that's just so unbelievable to me.
You're talking about in real life grass or in-game grass?
In-game grass.
See, before this, I thought you meant real life grass. I was like, what does that have to do with anything? But okay.
You're not
right.
that sharp.
No, okay, I got you. I was like, that's some weird tech going on there. But yeah, no, I don't even know. Like, Breath of the Wild, obviously, it's one of those games that, like, it's so immersive that, you know, there's gonna be some kind of flaw somewhere eventually throughout.
Yeah,
but it's like, I mean, they've worked on this game for how long now? About 5 years. So thinking that
Absurdly
it's,
long.
yeah, thinking that, or knowing rather that that would happen, it's kind of unsettling, but it's almost like, you know, it's whatever just because of that. I don't know. That probably made no sense, but
I feel like it's also something that could probably get fixed in a day one patch.
Yeah,
like
right.
very easily, because there's just something tripping it up. It's nothing obviously too major, or else there would be other issues with the game and like more, I guess, intense parts. But I just find it amusing, the tall grass in the game, something that's been a staple of the series, is crippling the docked Switch. But in handheld mode, it works fine. So
Right.
it's just a weird news story.
I've seen people talk about how since it runs at 900p, there's just general frame drops here and there in general. So, I mean, I don't know. That's a weird resolution to run at though. Like, just keep it at 1280 or 1080 or something. You know what I mean? Just you get it. It's
Yeah,
just
I mean,
weird how they're going about it. It's so strange.
Yeah, 1080 would have been maybe asking a bit too much, considering Breath of the Wild's huge
Right.
world, and considering the Switch is still relatively new to develop for, so the developers haven't found out all the tricks yet, all the kinks. Like,
Right.
if you look at, like, for example, when the PS3 was launched, dude, look at those games, look at the graphics on it, and then look at the titles at the end. It makes such a huge difference in how much it runs.
Yeah.
It's like, so developers need to, spend more time with it, obviously, to get the maximum potential out of it. That's something that's kind of cool about consoles during a cycle. So,
For the record, I think they nailed this, like the art style for Breath of the Wild, though. It looks beautiful.
oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so next thing we'll just move on here is Edge Magazine, which is I think they're like just a gaming magazine. They might do some other things, but to my knowledge, they're just a gaming magazine. But they did a review of Breath of the Wild. And what's interesting about this is it got released before the review embargo, which people are theorizing that they made a deal with Nintendo because it was on the cover. But they gave it a 10 out of 10, which, if I recall properly, it was either only 22 or 23 games in the past they have ever gave a 10 out of 10 rating to.
I heard it was 15.
15? Okay,
Yeah.
I heard 20 in a video that I watched. 22 or 23 in a video that I watched. So they could be wrong.
I saw it in a tweet, so I'm not saying my source is valid either.
Yeah,
But
I'll pop
you know,
the right number up on screen right now.
still, just a handful, though, really. I mean, in general, that's insane. Because, you know, you look at games like Super Mario Galaxy and, like, Galaxy 2 even. Those were both some of Nintendo's most what's the word? Like, the most well-received, rather,
Yeah.
for their reviews. And those went down as some of the most revolutionary things in terms of, like, Metacritic and all that stuff going on. Like, there's just, it did very well. Critical acclaim was at an all-time high. And people were so excited about it and everything, and that hasn't happened since that time.
Yeah.
That was a good 10 years ago almost, it feels like. I don't even know. Maybe like 8 or 9. I have no clue. But it's just to think that, like, they've gone that long. And now all of a sudden there's this game that people are all of a sudden comparing to Ocarina of Time, obviously because it's Zelda. But in terms of appreciation, how it's going to be that good. And I haven't played Ocarina of Time all the way through, so I don't really know. But, it's great to see people comparing it to a game that they held so close to their hearts in some aspects.
Yeah, so I pulled up the list of games that also got a 10 out of 10. Listen to some of these. Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Halo 1, Half-Life 2, The Orange Box, Mario Galaxy, Grand Theft Auto 5, Bayonetta, Galaxy 2, Skyward Sword, Last of Us, Bloodborne, and Breath of the Wild. Like, holy crap. That is a list of games that are considered some of the best of all time. That's amazing. Amazing. And the last time they gave one, like I said, was back in 2015 with Bloodborne. So it's pretty impressive that Breath of the Wild got a 10 out of 10. I mean, I'm just curious whether, because they also gave Skyward Sword a 10 out of 10, which a lot of people don't like Skyward Sword. So I'm curious whether this is also just like first reviewer hype, which happened with IGN, I think also with Skyward Sword. They gave it a 10 out of 10 or something, and a lot of fans didn't like it. So it's going to be interesting when more reviews come out. When the embargo goes up, hearing like multiple people's thoughts on it, because it obviously reviews are a touchy subject. We all, have different feelings on a game, so it's going to be interesting to see what other people think.
Yeah, I mean the embargo releases in just a few days, I think, if I remember right.
I think it's on. Yeah, is it on Wednesday or is it Thursday?
Usually it's a Wednesday.
I think it's Wednesday if memory serves me right.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just excited to see it for myself. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be uploading reviews and gameplay of it all. Me being included, but I mean, we're just going to be hyped. I'm so excited, really.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So the final thing we want to talk about today is Tomorrow Corporation Games, which is a company that made games such as, let me read off my list, World of Goo and Little Inferno. They have 3 games coming to launch, which include those 2 and another, which I forget the name of. Supposed to be coming towards to launch date, but then they were like, you know what? They might not come out on launch day. They were not sure, which is just amazing. That like we're a week before launch, even closer when we're recording this, and they still don't know whether their game is going to be day 1 or not.
Right.
That's just so mind blowing. I've never heard of anything like that ever happening in video games. Right.
And you were telling me about that earlier, and I heard a little bit about it, but I hadn't never read into it. And that is crazy because this thing, as of the time of this recording, releases in 5 days. And you have 5 days to determine, is this game good enough to put out in the public? Is it going to be, is it going to do well, basically, and is what it boils down to, because that's what any game is going for, is to kind of take in an audience and make them enjoy it, rather. And it's just like, it's crazy to think that you have no clue. Like, either you do or you don't. You have less than a week to decide. And, I mean, you gotta wonder how long it's actually gonna take to actually get it on the Switch, if there's some kind of loading as they add it to the eShop, or whatever's going on with that, you know what I mean? Just to add it to the system, in a way. I'm sure it's already there, but to get some kind of confirmation, rather, that it's actually finished and ready to be purchased.
What I also find interesting is, obviously it can't be too hard of a process to get something up on the eShop if they can do it within a week.
Right.
I think that will also encourage other indie developers to develop for the Switch.
Right. I mean, I'm sure they've already had the approval from Nintendo to even make the game and all that. You get it. Yeah. I mean, they've obviously already been working close with them, I'm sure. But just to be able, like you said, it's just a short process, which would entice people to do that. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I mean, just a few more days, man. I'm excited.
Oh, I'm so hyped, dude. I went to GameStop today just to look around, and they had like all the Switch boxes and stuff up, and I was like,
I bought a bunch of Breath of the Wild stuff actually in my video today, so that's gonna be cool.
I bought the hat and the keychain thing.
Me too, and then I got the lanyard and the socks.
Yeah, so they didn't have the lanyard, but they had socks. Anyway, we're getting really off topic. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching this video. Please check out Mason's channel. I'll have a link in the description below. I'm sure you're already subbed, but
shucks.
Definitely check it out. And that's all I got for today, guys. See you guys later.
See ya.
Hey, thank you for watching my video. You should totally check out some of my other videos, or if you haven't already, subscribe and help me reach my goal of 5K subs. Have a good one.